You can give your muscles and fascia a massage by using a foam roller or sports or therapy balls. I'm going to give you a little lesson on the very basics of foam rolling today. We'll get to the balls another time, but let's get started with some foam rolling. We're going to be doing this for a warm-up potentially, so it helps to get blood flow going, it helps to loosen off the muscles, it helps to get knots out, and can help to get recovery going after a workout or after you have some tensions. Not even at just workouts. If you've been sitting too much, foam rolling is a really great way to gently get the muscles back to moving order. So we're going to start with working on the calves, then the shins, the quads, hamstrings, inner thigh, glutes, and we'll do upper body in another video. All right, so we'll start with some calves. We need to be able to put some pressure on the calves. So if it's enough for you to just have your leg pressure, and that is going to give you enough pressure into those muscles, then you can go with that. I have two legs going right now. If I want more pressure, I can do one leg at a time. I'm turning to one corner of the shin and just going up and down the leg. With the calves, I can go down into the Achilles, the lower part and the lower part of the calves, or I can push the ball up and just work on the upper part. If you have some more upper body strength, enough upper body strength, you can actually lift yourself up to create more pressure as well. Some people will do that by having something raised, so a bench or something that you can put your arms or your back on and still have pressure on your leg. Let's go to the shins. So that's the front of the leg. We don't want to be on the bones. So we'll be on one side or the other of the bones. We want to be on the muscle, the fleshy part. So I'm going to turn my leg just a little bit and roll up and down on that. Sometimes I will go right down into the ankle and kind of go back and forth just to get a little out of that. And then we're going over to the other side. Some people have enough that they can go to the inner part of their shins, but I don't have that much muscle there, so I'm going to stick with the outer part. One thing I didn't show you on the calves is sometimes you can also get more in one spot by going back and forth, not just up and down. So you're going across the fibers of the muscle, back and forth. And if you come to a point where there is a knot, then you can back off a little bit and then roll up to it gently, and then back off and roll into it gently. The idea here is you actually want your muscles to accept the foam rolling. We don't want to be hammering into it where our muscles are tightening up and cringing, because your muscles will actually remember that tightening up. So we want to create a muscle memory of relaxation and accepting this pressure. So, quads, the front of the leg. So the quads have four heads, that's why they're called quadriceps. And so we're going to try to get the inner part of it, the center part of it, and the outer part of your leg. I generally will bend my leg to do this to create enough tension to roll the quads. But some people will have enough tension just with straight legs. You just need to loosen off the legs, the feet off the ground so that you can roll enough. And notice that the feet are moving, the hands are doing the moving of the body. All right? You can also go onto your elbows, bend that knee, push the hips forward, and then go back and forth, just like I did on the calves. You can do that all the way through, and you will find some spots most likely, unless you're super, super relaxed quads. Go back and go move up and down, 1 inch at a time, go back and forth. But remember, as I said, if you come to a spot that is really gnarly and you've got that kind of a knot there, I want you just to roll up to it, put some pressure on it, let your body accept it. If it doesn't, roll away from it and then back into it very gently. And don't just roll right over top of it. clunk as you're going over top, because that will actually just cause your muscle to tighten up all the more. It may release eventually, but unfortunately it does have that muscle memory, and we'll go back to that more quickly. So we're working on both legs. We're going to go a little inner, a little front, and a little side, and sometimes you can go back and forth. Let's go hamstrings. Hamstrings some people find difficult because you have to actually lift your body off the ground. I have one foot down. And for me to get enough onto the hamstring, I really need to cross the one leg over. Again, the hamstrings have 3 heads, kind of like the triceps in the arm and the triceps of the leg. And we're going to go tip our hips a little bit so we get the inner part of the hamstrings. And sometimes we'll roll the center part, keeping the legs straight. If you bend the legs, you end up loosening off the hamstrings. So we want to keep the legs straight here, and then you can go to the outer part. We're not going right to the outside of your leg yet. You can do that another time, but I'm actually not going to work on that in this video because that's a little bit of a different story. Now, inner thighs, hamstrings, I better just go back to that. Hamstrings, you're using your arms for this one, but I have most of my pressure on the legs, so there's not a lot of pressure on the hands. Again, if you need, you can put some cushions behind you and lean back on your elbows. Need to be raised a little bit. So imagine I have some cushions and I can push myself back and forth that way. All right, then we go to the inner thighs. So we're going to then turn our bodies so that you're in line, your torso is in line with the foam roller. And we've got our leg across the foam roller, and it's going to go up and down the fibers of that leg. If I want a little bit more to the front, again, I've got my knees bent, just like if I was doing my quads, but I'm really more on the inner part. And then if I want a little bit more of the back part of that inner thigh, I'm going to come forward a little bit. All right, and you just go as close as you feel comfortable going. Again, you can go up and down with the leg, internally and externally rotating to get those muscles from a different angle and get a few more knots if you need that. Glutes. So the butt muscles, in order to make them tight enough, you really need to cross one leg over the other. And then I can do this leaning over to one side, center, up and down, and then I'm going to turn my body in different directions as I'm doing this. Because our glutes, we have 3 different types of glutes, the minimus, medius, and the maximus, and they go in different directions. So we have a lot of different fibers in our glutes that go different directions. So let's try to get them from all different angles. I'm leaning down, going forward and back to start with. Then I can also just move my body side to side. Do a little pendulum here, an upside down pendulum, I guess. And then you can actually turn. So I'm still facing forward, but I've turned the foam roller so it's rolling in slightly different directions. And just find where those knots are as you're doing that. So we're doing that on both sides as well. Now, I said I wasn't going to do the upper body, but I think it's important to go into the back. So let's start with the mid-back. This is one of the most amazing ones when you have a little tension in your back. You're going to support your head, not by pulling up, but just let your head fall back into your hands. Lift the hips a little bit and use your feet to push yourself up and down the foam roller. I love to do what I call back crunches, not abdominal crunches. So what we're doing is, instead of, it looks like an ab crunch, it looks like you're engaging the abs, but instead of engaging the abs, you're actually allowing yourself to go back and stretch out over one part of the spine. And then if we roll down 1 inch, we can go back, up and down 2 or 3 times or more if you feel more tension. And then shift ourselves down a little bit further. And same thing. I'm not doing anything with my neck. I'm just simply supporting it, bringing the elbows in, tucking my chin the whole time, and trying to get all the movement in the spine, going back over top and coming up. All right? More on the upper body rolling coming soon. Talk to you soon.